Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more Fate Grand Order Part 2, Chapter 7, Part 2. What is this? Attack on Titan is here, and we have a bit of a trailer, so let's watch this. What do we got? Okay, roughly the same. Very the same. That's new. Oh, we got a Resh. Okay, there was a little bit new. A skosh new in there. We're here for some more grand ordering. And to celebrate, I'm going to do a 30 roll. That's it. Just one 30 roll. Because I got a thing while playing where it's like, hey, thanks for playing for 20,000 days or whatever. Here's 30 quartz. You know what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to see. If I get something cool, I get something cool. If I don't, I don't. It's as simple as that. So, here we are. I think I should get stuff anyways, right? Usually how it goes. Oh, right, because this came out. I watched the Season 2 thing today. That's fun. I did watch that this morning. 6 quartz. Let's go. All right. You. The pain you've given me. You son of a gun. Anyways, I want the other stuff. Here they are. Why are they at the bottom? It's weird. Anyways, give me. You've lost Ritsuka Fujimaru Season 2. The guy's still lost. Ritsuka Fujimaru is humanity's last master. Restoring humanity would be impossible without him. However, he has a shortcoming. He is honest to a fault. The FGO slapstick anime shows Fujimaru's naive questions, throwing the heroic spirits into turmoil. The funny thing is, you watch this, and Saber of Samurai Remnant is already in it, which probably makes people go, huh? Except, no, we totally know. Also, I love this Fustache. Also, this art's just really good. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm glad to know you. You have something... you have someone to say that to you. It's a wonderful thing to be sure. Not only to think that, but I have it thought of you. What? That's fine. Whatever. Critical strength up. Not what I expected from it. Also some of those. Never mind. Oh, we're gonna need to deal with some of that. Hey, guess who got our boy Grigory Rasputin to bond level 5? So that means we can actually read about him too. So let's go do that. He would be the bottom of the 90s. Where is he, right? Right here. Let's see here. So now that we got him maxed out here. The foreign god summoned the pseudo-servant using priest body as a host. Manifested this time as the famous Russian mystic Rasputin. He has crossed swords with Khaldi several times. At times he's been an ally, at others are enemy. At times he's been neutral. Occasionally he's been an ally. But what are his true intentions? Those are some pretty bad stats, dude. History, Zoroastrianism, and Aboriginal. Okay. Russian, lawful evil. His true name is Kodominikiri. Due to his status as an alter ego, the name of the host's physical body is registered as a saint graph. The merged heroic and divine spirits are Grigory, Rasputin, Azidahaka, and Balu. I don't know what that one is. Executor B, well, he is a first-rate executor. He still falls short of the A rank, super A rank, and super duper A rank executors. Okay. Baptismal, right? That's got to be CL doing that. Healing prayers, which beseech the Lord's blessings. When the target is led into apostasy, they are returned to the right path. In short, they are baptized. Poison resistance, yeah! Many tales tell of Rasputin's bizarre resistance to poison. He drank that stuff down. While the veracity is unclear, the priest is highly resistant to poisons. Protection of the faith unique. Augmentation of the mind and body through faith. Rasputin was raised as an illiterate farmer, yet devotedly devoted himself to the learning of the Lord's teachings and divine mysteries. While his hosts studied theology under the church, he and Rasputin appeared to share some common spiritual ground. Thanks to a blend of Russian orthodoxy, Zoroastrianism, and folklore, the skill exhibits different effects than usual. It can affect the minds and bodies of others rather than his own. This stems from the tale of Rasputin miraculously hearing the Tsarevich Alexei, many others. Some say he used actual medicine to treat them. Malicious feast. An invitation born of the unending, overflowing malice. Azki Dahaka. A vile dragon embodying pain. Well, that's why there's dragons in the super. That explains that. But boy, what a perfect character for him then. Torment and death also. Threatens all that is good by virtue of its own existence. Evil creatures spill from Dahaka's wounds whenever it is harmed, so that even the gods of good were unable to destroy it. Dark mud like blood oozes endlessly from the stomata carved into the man's body. His blood becomes burning oil, filling those others with vile power. And Baloo the Undying. When Baloo, Spirit of the Moon, sinks into the dark abyss, he floats back up resurrected. He despised the Deinos, humans who understood his teachings, and sends them to a fate of death without resurrection. So, historical facts and persona. Grigory Rasputin was a mystic who was active in the late Imperial Russia. Born to a farmer, the previously unheard of mystic spread religious teaching among his followers, amassed followers, and eventually gained the trust of the Tsar, and became involved in the nation's downfall. His eccentric appearance, rumors swirling around him, miracle working, gained him a far-reaching reputation as a wondrous mystic. Rasputin's healing of Tsarevich Alexei, legitimate heir to Tsar Nikolai II, was the act that cemented the relationship with the imperial household. The aristocracy shunned him for the influence he gained over national politics. The clergy ostracized him for his ignoble birth and wild affairs with his female disciples, and perhaps the Russian queen. Rumors claimed he used the imperial family for his own personal gain. He had many enemies, but Rasputin never wavered from his personal convictions or his way of life. Although Rasputin was held responsible for the dissolution of the Russian Empire, he strongly opposed military conflict with Germany prior to the First World War. Even after the war broke out, he remained pacifist, making a nuisance to warmongers both inside and outside of Russia. Furthermore, while he was indeed a philanderer, he did not live extravagantly, instead endeavoring to lead a modest life. On December 17th, 1916, this is just, we're in history class right now, Rasputin was assassinated by nobles and military officers concerned for the empire's future. During the assassination, cyanide-laced food failed to kill him. Yeah, he ate that stuff just fine. Leaving the assassins no choice but execute him with a revolver. After he survived the 2 shots to the heart, they shot him several more times for verifying his body. They said that they dumped his body into the river from the Petrovsky Bridge. No records survive, which might explain why his killers handled the corpse in such a manner. Is it true that his penor was cut off and preserved, though? With pseudo-servants, either the host or heroic spirit's personality is dominant. In Rasputin's case, Kire Kodomine is the dominant personality. It is believed that Rasputin has refrained from asserting his will either because he and Kodomine are in fact quite similar, or because of mutual respect for each other's way of life. In Lostbelt, Russia, Rasputin's will departed after seeing Duchess Anastasia on her unintended path, entrusting Kodomine with his powers to serve as the foreign god's disciple. Okay, there we go. People were telling me about that. The apostles of the foreign god consist of unique servants, each blending multiple heroic spirits into a single vessel. Besides Rasputin, he contains essence of 2 other beings, Dahaka, the 3-headed dragon, and trusted friend of Angra Mainyu. Whoa! Hold up. No wonder he looks like Angra Mainyu. That's interesting. I also didn't know he had a dragon friend. Okay. Sure. The embodiment of evil in the dualistic cosmology, and Baloo, the immortal moon spirit from Australian folklore, commanded 3 dogs, snakes, and resurrects whenever he dies. His role in a certain world. Oh, we're just popping in the story here. Kiri Kodomine was an overseer dispatched by the Major Association of the Holy Church, 2 powerful supernatural organizations. When he was in his 20s, took part in the Holy Grail War in Fuyuki, which his father oversaw. Afterward, he switched sides to the association under the pretext of being deployed by the church. He then inherited his father's role as overseer, as one of the few survivors of the 4th Holy Grail War. Kiri is a qualified church executor and specializes in spiritual medicine. One might assume that he prefers destruction, but like Shura Emiya, he's a mage who creates. His skills at healing wounds of the mind and spiritual body are a match for any prelate. He is evil, but not a villain. He's a fiend, but not unjust. He's the ultimate enemy of Fate Stay Night. Available now on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, because he calls on Angra Mainyu, right? So, an evil, noble phantasm that uses a 3-headed serpent or dragon to plunge the world in chaos. Overflowing curses. Upon contact with these, the minds and bodies of any sinners will be instantly incinerated. The attack deals extra damage to evil-aligned targets, while it exerts a weak instant death to good-aligned ones. As the name suggests, this noble phantasm uses evil hearts as fuel or kindling to set fire to the world, cannot function in the absence of humans. It's a composite divine noble phantasm formed by an integration of the disparate backgrounds of Rasputin the Mystic, Azi Dahaka the Dreadworm, frick that name, and Baloo the Heckler. Okay, with Kodomine's own experience burning the world with the Holy Grail in the Chronicle theoretical phenomenon. Okay. In a certain conclusion, the conviction that the metaphysical body actually exists through the prayers of the people and God's existence was proven and even observed through a whole board of the world. What? Okay. Huh? Sure. Ultimately, corruption spilled from the heart of the god that represents the absolute pinnacle of evil in its dualistic cosmology, spreading far and wide across the earth. Motive toward master. Per your contract, he will do his utmost to make sure his master lives a fulfilling life. Even if his master is wicked, his stance will not change, however wicked the path the master walks. Should his master wish to be good, he will help him live a strict, righteous life. Should his master wish to be evil, he will help him live a life of wickedness, free of regret. Personality. Extroverted and active, somewhat gloomy in thought and speech, but witty and sociable. Unusual height adds to his intimidating air, but he is a man of strong character who speaks to everyone with the same respect and courtesy, prefers to resolve conflicts through dialogue rather than violence, contemplative, diligent, resourceful, discreet, and morally learned, respects social order. Nature. Listen to people's woes and consider his job to resolve them. Speech and attitude often seem cold, but his way of being sincere, not condescending. However, no matter how saintly his qualities may be, no matter how he spent his life, his heart always feels empty. He understands the meaning of peace and the value of happiness, but he knows to honor and cherish his neighbor. Even so, life never felt quite real to him. No amount of training or studying theology could fill the void in his heart. He was not content with good people's deeds, with good deeds rather. No, it was others' anguish, regrets, and quarrels. Only when he encountered these in the mire of the human mouth did he find joy. This is not a trait he cultivated, but a stigmata he was born with. Human suffering nourishes him. The darker the world, the more fulfilled he is. He was, in a sense, born evil, at least from the perspective of all who are good and right. He first understood this in himself in his teenage years. Revelation was agonizing. When he was in his 20s, he denied the truth and put himself through many challenges and trials to overcome it. No single word determined the purpose of his life. Outwardly, he is a devout believer and a mild-mannered priest. Inwardly, he's a fierce seeker of truth and level-headed thinker. After myriad wounds, setbacks, and conclusions, he finally came to understand his existence. A life has meaning, even when we decided it is evil before its birth. No matter what sort of life it turns out to be, I will bless it when it is born. That's the moments there. If life is born to commit true evil, then that life is the precipice of death. Will it praise its actions as good or decry them as evil? He must know. Dang, that is a real good bio. It's a real good bio, man. That whole thing there, that's strong. Strong stuff in there. I like it. I'm going to just check here. What are we full of? We are full of essences. I will use some of those up. We can just sell some of these here. I can max that out there after. We're getting some new stuff. Right? I think it's a regular one here. We can get some of these. Come on. Okay. Definitely get rid of these. There's also some new craft essences. So if we get those, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, let's kill those here. Okay. Good. So, like I said, I'm going to do a singular 30 pull, as I do. And we'll see here. 4-star Tlaloc, or Tlaloc. Oh, your final stages are locked. Interesting. And yeah, there's new craft essences. I want that one just because the meme there. We also have tickets. Let's do tickets. Yes, that's fine. Let's use some tickets here. Let's see here. If I get... Look, I suffered so much for Kodomine. I could see the game being like, okay, bud. The algorithm will swing your way at least once, right? I could see it being like, we're all good here now. Ain't no... We don't gotta worry. Right? I could see it being nice. It would be nice. I could see it being nice. Oh, hey, a new one there. Forest of Eclosion. What is this? Like, this is crazy art. Is this meant to be like Hollow Ataraxia? Precipice of Black Night. Tiny insects spread among the trees and take flight. The destination is a pool of dirty cleaning water. It's simply a gentle, warm spring breeze. What? Like, I don't even know what that's meant to be. That's crazy soccer art. That's crazy. Reality Marble. Okay. Fumo Kotaro. Okay. Another bronze link manipulator. Okay. Kyohime, and this is the last one for now. We're doing our 10. Reality Marble. And Fergus. Okay. Let's see. We're doing the 1. And that's that. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to let this rock. So. We got. Record holder. Got it, got it. We got. That looks like a servant. Okay, it's going to be Lancer. It's Lancer. The Lancer. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, that might be a servant. It is. What? Right. I forgot. I always forget that you're a budget alter ego. Like, I always forget about that. It's gonna take a while for me to not get jump scared by you. Okay. Servant? Yeah. Archer. Gil the Kid. Gilly the Kid. I'm clicking. I'm tired already. Okay. What? No way. Lancer? No, it's not them. Okay. Oh, sure. Shoot. Welcome. Hi. I wanted all the knights anyways eventually, so I'll take you. Hello? Okay, it's just a craft essence, and it's just a code cast. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I'll take Percival? Okay. Oh, another code cast. Yeah, I'll take Percival, though. Because, I mean, again, that's one that I wanted, because I like all the knights there. Okay. Dang. I cannot wait for you to be removed from this game. Sounds good, bud. Yeah, I'll take it. It's not great, but yeah, I don't want it. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I'm feeling a little silly. I'm feeling silly, and it's connecting, baby. Okay. I'm feeling silly, and that connection was there. Hopefully, it's not just a new craft essence. It's definitely not Beginning of Ambition. We got that one so many times. Come on. Okay. Yeah, it's a craft essence. Okay. And... okay. Never mind, son of a gun. No, we're not doing... okay, nope. 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 That's it. That's fine. I got excited by the connecting. I should not have been. Anyways, you know what? It's probably connecting because so many people are logging in to do stuff right now, so it's like a little slower than normal. Let's go! So last time a lot happened. We fought Ort. It was scary. People told me, yes, someone did beat it. I did get the number on the HP. I did not see difficulty level EX. I did not see level 1. Oh my god. Anyways. Oh, we're just doing a Life in Chichén Itzá 2? Okay. Okay. Let's do that quickly. Here it is, some of these. Pretty much all of these can go away. Except for the... Where's the new one we got? Did I accidentally kill the new one we got? Probably not. I bet you it's not even selectable. Okay, good. Yeah, it's not there. It's not there. Actually, I think this one's new. Okay. Rest are... yeah, we can do that. Okay. We good? We're good. Let's go. Life in Chichén Itzá 2. As soon as it loads. Come on. I know everyone's playing, but jeez. Let's go. God, I've been thinking about the story. I just want to keep going, man. Been like a whole day. Oh, hey, that's me. Welcome, Guardians. Everyone here at Chichén Itzá is thrilled to have you. I know you're here for personal reasons and that you don't mean any of those living in Mictlan any harm. How do I know that? Well, I've been listening in on you all from the start, of course. Hear that? These people are not our enemies. I, Kukulkin, the teachings of the sun, declare that all Deinos should treat them as friends. So it's like that. Guess I've got even more dead weight to carry now. Makub, issue a decree permitting Deinos to discuss proper human history with the Chaldeans. Write it to say they are a friendly species, and far more like Deinos than a Selime.
With all due respect, these people are obviously a Selime in all ways that matter. I would go as far to say they are even worse. They're obviously of the same species as the Cryptor who brought his wicked culture here in Mictlan.
Yes, they are the same species as the Cryptor. They know all about all kinds of civilizations and plenty of other naughty things. Oh no. But it's also not fair for Mexico City, gotta remember that, to receive the benefits of foreign culture while Chichén Itzá goes without, right? I'm sure the Deinos will take the opportunity to learn, and not just some of the good things, but the bad as well. It's okay, Vukub. Deinos are smart. They're not about to change their entire way of life over this. Chaldea's values can just be a cherry on top, so to speak. This may be the most exciting development for them since corn on the cob.
Very well, Lady Kukulkin. I shall do as you say.
That glare could have stripped paint off a wall.
May I say something now?
All right. You're Chaldea's representative. Fine, make it quick.
Very well. First of all, I want to thank you for your hospitality. Though proper human history and Lostbelts are generally at odds right now, we share a common enemy in Tezcatli.
I'm as uninterested in your justifications as I am your flattery. I told you be quick. Even had the Selime never appeared, we would still not see proper human history as our enemy. That irritating woman called you friends. That's good enough for the Deinos. Now, what do you need? I can see clearly your ship's a complete wreck. Sorry our resident god doesn't know how brutishly strong she is. I'm guessing her rough handling left some of your crew pretty banged up. You may use the human medical instruments I have made for me. If you need more, I'll have the priests increase production.
Really? I mean, now that you mention it, you look human yourself, but, well, for one thing, may I ask exactly what sort of relationship you have with Tezcatlipoca? Because from where we both stand, both the Tezcatlipoca of Mexico City and you, Tezcatlipoca of the King of Dinosaurs, would seem to be the same god from proper human history.
Nothing to worry about there. Yeah, we're both Tezcatlipoca, but that doesn't make us friends. Gods have multiple aspects. Ours just happen to exist separately. You're a mage. You should understand what I'm getting at.
Does that mean he's a different Tezcatlipoca from the one David summoned? A rogue servant, perhaps? It is said that Tezcatlipoca had multiple divinities, so I suppose his story would make sense if he was one of them.
What else? Can you repair your ship yourselves?
Oh, yes, we can, but we could certainly use more helping hands and materials. Do you have any you can spare?
You liked that one, didn't you? You must be a terrible poker player. You do realize that commander of an army shouldn't just leap at the first feast offered to them, right? I don't mind seeing people so desperate. Especially guys like you who usually do all they can to hide how they feel. Tepu's with you, right? Alright. I'll lend you some Deinos and he can serve as your go-between. You should ask the Deinos for help with the materials you need too. Finish a lot faster that way. From proper human history's perspective, Mictlan's a damn treasure trove of resources. You won't have any trouble finding whatever you need here.
I see. Thank you. Once again, King of Dinosaurs. So, how much are we going to have to pay? Or, not going to demand we offer one of us as a sacrifice, are you?
I hate his faces, honestly.
Why are they laughing? It's because I nailed it. The culture's so different, I just can't tell it all.
What do you think, King?
Should we take him up on his offer and sacrifice one of them?
What? You visit Mexico City once and now you've gotten full carnivore? Fine, fine. Liver's an acquired taste, but it's still great. I prefer my meat raw, but since you're just starting out, you should cook yours. You get in the runs would make for a legend that's spread through Mictlan like wildfire. I don't want to think about her pooping. I don't want to think about any fate girl pooping. That's one thing I don't ever want to consider. Imagine it. The mighty Kukulkan, holed up in the bathroom for hours on end, her vulgarity on full display. Kid, you're messed up. That's never going to happen because I'm never going to eat any meat. Besides, the sun would never hide, no, not even to go to the bathroom. No self-respecting god would block off a cave with a boulder so she could hide in it for purely personal reasons. Actually. Yeah, I was going to say.
I appreciate the offer, Gordolf, but we don't need a sacrifice. We're not making a deal. We're just helping you the way anyone in Mictlan would. So please, don't be afraid to ask the Deinos to help with whatever they can.
Yeah, if you people really want to repay our hospitality, the best thing you can do is fix your ship and get it out of Chichén Itzá as soon as possible. We don't need you fighting the crypt or anywhere near here. Cleaning up this place after a battle will be a major hassle. Alright, we're done here, yeah? We exchanged pleasantries and everything, so go back to your crew. I never waste time. Gotta make sure your memories are as meaningful as they can be.
Aw, you're so earnest, King. All right, I'll let you handle the solar sojourn on your own.
So you're going with Caldia? That's fine. Suit yourself. Besides, you being here wouldn't make my job any easier. At least this way you'll be out of my hair.
Thanks for signing off, King. Okay, Gordolf, Tanner, let's get back to the border. That's where we'll find Mash, the President, Kadok, Da Vinci, Sion, and a few other servants, right? Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to speak to them in person.
Dang, wow. They have scaffolding. That's a surprise.
Wow, I'm not the crybaby, but I'm kind of like him.
What a group.
Oh, you're back. How did your audience with the King of Dinosaurs go?
Great. We got permission to stay and a promise to help with the repairs. Reading hard.
That's great news. Now we can finally catch our breath. Though having said that, we do still have a ton of work ahead. I've been going through the reports of your activity since we arrived, and there's just way too much about this place that doesn't make sense. This Lostbelt's prime species, the Deinos, Kukulkan, the god they worship, and the only one to exist in all of Mictlan. And then there's the Tezcatlipoca, who attacked the storm border. Chichén Itzá's King of Dinosaurs says he's Tezcatlipoca too, but we can set that aside for now. Yes, he's Tezcatlipoca as well, but he's pretty clearly also not our enemy. No, our problem here is David and the Tezcatlipoca, who is his servant. There's also the Aselame, who believe in the Aztec mythology David and Tezcatlipoca have been spreading in Mexico City, where they all live. Apparently, Ort is going to put an appearance there sometime in the future. On top of that, the storm border still needs extensive repairs, and then...
Right, she learned something.
Is something wrong, young miss? You look as though this entire world displeases you. Now that Tanner and Commander Gordolf have returned from the altar, shouldn't you, their ruler, offer a word of encouragement?
Yes, but there's no reason I need to do it right now, right? I don't seem injured or anything.
Then what about making a presidential declaration to the rest of Caldia's staff? I recall you very much looking forward to that. Watching from a distance simply doesn't seem like you. Have you had a change of heart, perhaps? For instance, do you now clearly remember who you really care?
Albert.
Who you really are?
And what if I do? Doesn't matter. I'm still not so much as a single AU closer to remember anything about myself. That's atomic unit.
I see. A pity. But if that is true, you should have no difficulty joining the conversation. Are you sure you don't want to give a rousing campaign speech? I grant you that Kukulkan has taken over the coveted position of most powerful fighter. I understand your reluctance, as that position is your entire purpose in life.
It's not a competition, now shut up.
And then there's the problem what to do about those two, you, Olga Marie, and Rasputin. Honestly, I have no idea how to act around them. Rasputin in particular, I can't ever forgive. Right, he was the one who right through your mom? Dad? But setting that aside for now, she may have lost her memories, but Olga Marie is still the foreign god. In the end, or really from start to finish, she's the clearest enemy we've got. With Holmes gone for the time being, it's my job to serve as both technical and administrative advisor. And speaking in both capacities, I just don't think we can trust her lightly, or at least we shouldn't consider her a dependable fighter. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter how many times she's helped you so far, or even that she saved us in Mexico City. Is it because she's helping us now? So just because she's helping us now doesn't make her a true ally? Essentially, yes. Believe me, I wish we could rely on her, but Holmes was always the one who handled these kinds of tricky situations before. Without him here... so what about Poyanskaya then? Oh, she's fine. We don't have to worry about her. Trismegistus II already concluded that she's definitely a servant on Caldia's, well, that is, humanity's side. Anyway, for the time being, the rest of the staff inside the storm border are recuperating from the shock of being shaken around like crazy when Kukulkan schlepped the border here. That's a good word. That includes Munier too. As a result, we fortunately haven't been able to take a vote on you, Olga Marie, yet. I'll explain the situation to everyone once we've recovered from motion sickness. When I do, if even one of them feels they can't accept her being here, then I plan to respect that. Are you two okay with that?
We have to.
I understand. If you think we need unanimous approval, then I have no problem with that.
Well, if you're all right with that, if you're okay with that, then I have no objections either. Regardless of who that so-called president of Earth truly is, the fact remains that she looks just like Olga Marie. I wasn't around for the Finnish colony days, so I can't imagine how the staff who were must feel about this. So it would be foolish of me to use my authority to shut them down on the grounds that we need all the help we can get right now. So if any staff on the border, starting with Munier, say they refuse to accept you Olga Marie's help, then that will be the end of it as far as I'm concerned. Having said that, Munier, Tomlin, Octavia, Chin, Cayenne, Elrond, Kawata, and Marcus, every single one of them is a veteran of Caldia. They've all been through hell and lived to tell the tale. So while they may not be thrilled, I'm confident they won't think twice about bringing an old enemy or two into the fold.
Yeah, you're right. Excuse me, are you finished with your discussion? I'm sorry to interrupt. I was keeping my distance since it seemed like you were dealing with a number of interpersonal issues, but I felt like I needed to speak up before the Deinos behind me started getting out of hand. Good day, Caldians. You must be Da Vinci, yes? I'm Tepu. I met Mash and Tanner in the first stratum, and I've been accompanying them ever since. And these Deinos here behind me are... Is it the soccer boys?
Yep. That's right. It's us. Your dependable, locally sourced labor. The Deinonychus Brothers 11.
Death Rolling, what are you all doing here? Are you out on a run or roll?
No, Big Sis Smash. This isn't about Shakta practice. Master Tepu asked us to come help repair your ship.
Oh, I see. Thank you. It's good to see you guys again. You're going to be a huge help with your non-opposable thumbs.
Right? Real talk, we've never carried anything heavier than a Shakta ball before, but we'll manage.
That they will, because I will be managing them. The Deinonychus brothers are all very fast runners, so I'm going to have them secure and transport resources. We'll make sure you have all the materials you need so you can simply focus on making the repairs to your... hello? Something wrong. Are you not getting enough sunlight? Are you okay? Girl? Huh?
Technical Administrative Advisor, what's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
SARS. Oh, SARS dinosaurs. Dinosaurs! Real-life dinosaurs! What an explosion! What artistic masterpieces! I can't believe it. The Deinos really are dinosaurs. This is incredible. I want to touch them!
I forgot that she loves dinosaurs because of the summer event. I forgot about that. Okay. You also posed differently for a bit, which was strange. Sorry about that. I only just woke up, so I'm a little wonky. I'm Leonardo da Vinci, Chaldea's resident engineer. And you must be Tepu, the Deinos who's been helping Tanner and Mash. Pleasure to meet you. They're all tired out from her cuddle attack. The pleasure's all mine. Now, on the subject of repairing your ship, I'm afraid we can't be much of direct aid since we don't understand the ship or its construction. But if you tell us what resources you require for these repairs, we can gather them easily enough. You're also very welcome to stay at my house if any of you wish to spend a night in the city. You are our guests, and we're very happy to give you whatever welcome we can. No way, that's awesome. I definitely want to check out the big Dino city. Oh, but only to increase my understanding of the Lostbelt. We need to know everything we can about Mictlan's history and culture. Yep. So if it's no trouble, not at all. I'd be thrilled to have your company. Having the opportunity to talk to a sage of proper human history is a genuine miracle, after all. Oh, right, there's something else we need to do first. I'm sure you need at least a few days to finish your repairs. You need to secure your own safety by eliminating the carnivorous insects and other beasts in the area.
Oh, carnivorous insects, eh? Just hearing that makes me want to pack up and go home. I feel it in my bones. Tanner, Mash, me and Chris and Nemo are still recovering, so I want you to go handle this yourselves.
I want to ask you all to come along, but maybe I shouldn't right now. That won't be a problem. We've encountered these creatures several times already. Come on, Tanner. The two of us should be able to... Huh? Kukulkan? What? You're gonna chase off all the beasties that might bother you, right? So I'm coming with. I set the ship down here to begin with. Plus, I've been wanting to see how you guys fight. Etiquette isn't my strong suit, but I hope you don't mind if I fight alongside your heroes of proper human history regardless. I want to see you fight. I want to see you do wham wham. Do your falcon punch. Let's see. We have to use you. Cool. We also have to use Smash. Default. Class. Mashal in the front. I don't care. Let's go. Who's else? I mean, what are we fighting? That's a terrible matchup for you, so we're not going to use you. I don't know, man. At this point, we can just kind of grab whomstever and just go. You're just always useful. Actually, you know what? If I want to do someone who Actually, can we check what Noble Phantasm you have? Probably red, considering your cards. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be red, right? So let's grab you. We'll throw on... Let's see here. Yep. And then in the back... Sure, just for hits and shiggles. And in the backpack, why not? Why not? Okay, so sure, because we could switch them out if need be. All right, because I want to see. We're probably not going to be able to use our Noble Phantasm. I bet you it's something super duper secret. I've not seen it. But there is a chance that it's not the case. That'll just be something that's fine. I don't know. Because I still think that Lumina we saw at the start is her. Which again, raises many questions. Jungle Heat Snake. Kinnick Ahau Impact. Huh. Threat to humanity. Special damage to all Earth attribute. Special attack. Skill sealed sea stars. Okay, so we can't use it. Oh, what? All? Whoa. All invincibles become anti-enforcement? Sick. Ignore invincible? Sick. Teaching the song, apply it at the end of each turn? Sick. Increase crit hit rate? Sick. NP seal? Not as sick. What else do you have? Charisma of Jade. Whoa, increase attack and crit resistance, and you can choose to expend it to gain this effect. What the frick is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? Expend the stars to get extra stuff? That's crazy. Whoa, you like can... This is a crazy gimmick. Apply gauge for a single ally. Expend stars and gain evade. Whoa, I love her gimmick. That's so cool. Oh my god. What a cool gimmick. Golden Sea of Trees, huh? That's interesting. We are the Winged Serpent. Okay. So we can't use her Noble Phantasm, which is a bit of a pain, but let's see some of her animations here. What do we got? We got... Oh, Destructo Disc. Oh, we got a meteor combination. Oh, is she... I know the joke is that, you know, there's... You know, Mexico loves Dragon Ball, but is she just Dragon Ball? Because that's pretty good if that's the case. Let's see here. That's her rush punch, yep. I don't think I've seen that animation. Whoa, she gets a friggin' Sonic Smash Bros. Shield. That's cool. She doesn't have like a unique quote for that. Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. What does she do? Never mind. We won't see it. I like what she's putting down, though. That's a cool gimmick. Oh, we need to break Invincible? We have that. We don't have it with your cards, though. Great. So instead, let's just go... Sure, just do this. Get rid of the snake here. That's the snake done. Again, the fact that Mash can get poisoned is stupid. She shouldn't be able to. Okay, so... Hey, that's a full combo, so let's see here. So we can go... That's cool! More attack, yes please. Okay, and then... I don't think we need this. For the evade... Apply Invincible, Buster Effectiveness, and Peace Strength. We don't need to expend that. That's cool! That's a gimmick probably for just for this chapter, though. Okay, let's just go. Let's see what she does for a full Buster combo. Let's see here. What do we got? So we got... That's the Dash Punch. We got a Mai Shirnui thing. We got a Tatsu. And a Dive. Nice. Alright. She's cool. Okay, so we can do a full mash combo here. Actually, if we really want to make sure we win, we pop that. And we go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Big hit. That's a big hit. Okay. God, they're holding on to her Noble Phantasm for a cool moment. I know it. More Deinos. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. And then... Oh, laser. Lamentation without reason. Okay. Am I stupid? Do you not do... Yeah, you don't have Ignore Invincible. Apply that to an ally. You know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm going to do this. Gives us some stars. Let's go. How many do you guys have? 1 left. Okay, let's just go 1, 2, 3. Sure. And now we'll pop this, and then we'll hopefully kill the first 2 in this one, and lower the super on the last guy. This might not... Oh, it did. Good stuff. Good master meter. Like nothing, wow. Alright, so how many do you get per turn? Oh, only one? Oh, well. That's less good. So we can, like, just... I mean, if we do this, then we will still break it, I think, in a turn here. Right, we do that, and then here we go. Yeah, her animations are fun. I still think this is also just the best costume. It's so good. It's so well designed. Okay. She do be yapping. So... Alright. This might be a long... This one I might have to break into two, I'm going to be honest. I might break this one into two, because this is a long node. I think I'll do that. Good height things here to see. Yeah. We're all having corn, except for them. They're corn phobic. They can't handle cornographic materials. Okay, some of you I'm meeting for the first time, so let me introduce myself. My name's Leonardo da Vinci. I'm Kalia's technical advisor and administrative... you can just think of me as a peerless genius who can do anything she sets her mind to. I'm Nitocris, a caster's servant. I'm told you're the Deinos who guarded the border while I was recovering. For that you have my thanks. I was once a pharaoh, though briefly. As such, I always repay my debts in full. What are you talking about? All I did was chase off a few Ocelemi. Everything is such a big deal to you guys. Worry less or you'll just wear yourselves out. I see you are as strong of body as you are of heart, warrior Wakchan. You're admirably altruistic, Deinos. You think? What's an altruistic? I guess I'll go next. I'm Sion Eltnam Sakaris, one of Kaldia's allies. Thank you for rescuing us from those altars. I really appreciate it. Tezcatlipoca gave us some questionable herbs which put us to sleep, so I do not recall what happened. But it sounds like you went through quite the ordeal there. You'll have to tell me about it later. Is that a new sprite of her looking up like that? I don't recall her looking up at this angle. Is that all there is? Where's everyone else? The Nemos are staying with the border since it's built on top of the Nautilus. Captain Nemo simply moving away is enough to dramatically decrease its functionality, so he's staying behind to help the border get back up and running as soon as humanly possible. And the staff members' rooms are all still intact, so they said they'd prefer to rest there. As their Commander Gordolf.
Chichén Itzá, City of Deinos, say. Normally I would only let the field operatives go somewhere like that, but I can see you have your heart set on it regardless. Okay, you have my permission. Me? Of course not! I'd never set my foot anywhere so dangerous if I could possibly help it. You've seen Wakchan yourself, right? He made me nice understanding, but his abilities are terrifying. Remember when he just casually swept his tail to show some insects and knocked down a tree that was over 10 meters tall? The city of Deinos may well be a city of giants. Going there as a tourist is practically a death sentence. Suffice to say, I'm not setting one foot outside the border. My personal room and the command room may be both be under repair at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm already used to using the hangar as my temporary personal room. At this point, I'm glad to take working air conditioning over almost anything else.
I know what you mean. The heat here in Mictlan's been ridiculous. Just standing out here in the jungle is enough to make me miss Russia's weather. I don't know how Tanner and Mash handle it.
You're telling me. I read the report of the sixth singularity, and I suppose they weren't exaggerating about the heat of Jerusalem. It wasn't even this hot back when I attended the Dakar rally as a spectator. But hang on, you're staying at the border too, Kadok. You know you don't have a room here, right?
Yeah, I know. My cell's pretty much gone after the whole crash thing. But Tanner said I could stay in his room as long as I liked in the meantime. Oh, so you two are staying on the border? Then I think I'll set up camp here as well. We may have gotten rid of the nearby hostile wildlife, but there's no telling when more wild settlement may try to attack. And since I'm a Chaldean servant, it's only right that I do my part to ensure you all stay safe and healthy. So the next time the Aselame show up, I'll confiscate their guns and make sure they don't bother you again.
I can't believe her.
She's totally going to collect the weapons she gave them and act like nothing happened.
Said that, it's the commander's job to stay behind and keep the border safe. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
That's a good plan. The border's armor looks pretty tough, but there's no telling what might happen at night. I think they'll be safer in the border than here in Chichén Itzá.
Anyway, that went on longer than I planned, especially for a pre-dinner greeting, but I'm done now. You spent all day getting rid of the dangerous wildlife, so I'd like you all to just eat and get some rest, get some sleep for tomorrow. Oh, before you go to bed, is there anything you want to ask about, Tanner?
Well?
I'm curious to know, Kukulkan, who has more authority? You or the king of dinosaurs? Huh? You mean I didn't tell you? Who has more authority? So you want to know the chain of command? Yes, that is rather fuzzy. Well, I could tell you who's stronger, but who has more authority? I'm not really sure. The king of dinosaurs is in charge of all things having to do with Deinos society. His decisions for Chichén Itzá take priority. I'm more of a representative of Order Mictlan as a whole. You could call me a translator of sorts. Really? Because I read the records of what happened at the sacrificial altars, and it says you referred to yourself as Mictlan's creator. Oh, that was more of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I kind of just wanted to make myself look good in front of that bastard with the sunglasses. Besides, Mictlan is basically all made up of Earth's resources, so if anything, I'm kind of an outsider here. Hey! Look at the color of her hair! You know, I never noticed that. I never really noticed the color of your hair. The remarkably crystal-like color of your hair. Huh. That's real interesting. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I know. I really just kind of exist. Nobody asks anything of me, and I don't ask anything of anybody. I've heard that's just what the gods of proper human history are like. Is that not the case? No, that's right. The more transcendent a god's power, the less involved they are with human society. That's what a god should be, a being whose main purpose is to make people think they exist. Natural phenomena aren't inherently good or bad. It was humans' job to decide which alignment a particular phenomena fell under. So does that mean you're a deification of order in Mictlan? Is the Deinos imagine it? Yes, I think that's right. Though I couldn't tell you who first imagined that. So why are you dressed like an ocelotl? 'Cause I wanted to. I mean, no, of course it wasn't anything as simple as that. I'm dressed like it 'cause, a disguise. Yeah, it's a disguise. I copied an outfit in the style of proper human history so I could blend in better when I was in Mexico City.
I see. A wise decision, as I would expect from you, Kukulkan. However, this is Chichén Itzá, not Mexico City. So why not take that off now? Besides, you never wore any clothing before. Yeah, you must be hot with all that cloth covering you, right? How come you're not just going nude, Lady Kukulkan?
Wow, impressive. Nude? That would seem to make a great deal of sense for a god of the Deinos. What do you think, Tanner? Don't be ridiculous, Sion. Kukulkan, please, just keep wearing what you're wearing. It's very punk. Rock and desperado. Yes, of course. Though I do get the sense desperado isn't entirely complimentary. Dang, she was out here butt-ass naked the whole time, huh? Okay, now that we've all settled down, let's talk about our schedule from tomorrow on. Our main focus is still repairing the storm board, but to do that, we'll need to split up into two groups. One for procuring resources, and one for making the repairs. Mash, I'd like you to assist Sion with looking over the computer room! Tanner, I'd like you to join the resource team and help collect the materials we need. If you need to go to the jungle, take Nidicris for protection. If you're going around Chichén Itzá, then Walkchan will guard you instead.
Oh, sorry, I can't. I got some important business to take care of.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. In that case, I guess I have no choice but to take on the task of guarding you while we go shopping in Chichén Itzá. Damn, what a pain that will be!
If it's just the two of you, you'll probably need a guide. I'd be happy to fulfill that role. You need only ask. Chichén Itzá is a peaceful city, but you still never know what might happen.
Thanks, Tepu. You're a great help. I still have a lot of things I want to talk to you about. Okay then, everyone, off to bed. We've got a busy day ahead of us tomorrow. Look at all of them. They all stomp away. His steps are very light. Did you already go to her room? Or is her floating away just silent, which would make sense? I think I'll do one more node here before we save the rest for the next video. I am very close to going on vacation, so I need more videos to tide the time, right? Yeah, we'll do one more here, because we won't have to worry about the rolling at the start. I mean, if you're watching this when they go up, like, you know, for members, you'll just see them right away, but... It was a time long before the present. Long before the Neogene, the Paleogene, the Cretaceous, the Jurassic, or the Triassic periods. Our journey as a species began on a continent 300 million years ago. That's how this texture, this cosmic hypothesis was programmed. Whoa. 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 Okay, we're dropping some big ideas here. Back then, there was only one continent. It was a new world created when 3 smaller continents collided together and fused. That's Pangea. The collision formed mountains, and the mountains formed airflows. The airflows begat rainy seasons. That's a weird sentence. The airflows begat rainy seasons, which produced many rivers and countless marshes. So many kinds of plants began to grow, and so great woodlands were born on this planet. The forests were made up of great ferns, about 40 meters tall by your measurements. Those ferns were our vessels. They became the new society that kept us alive. What? Forests continued to grow. Without any natural predators, the insects evolved to become bigger and stronger, and finally became a form of life modern-day humans like yourselves could understand. What are we talking about? Our species changed course to match the evolution of these life forms as well. Also, these ferns eventually returned to the ground. Ferns? What are we talking about? Much later, in your time, what remained of them would become the coal you dig up and use. This is why your people call this particular time the Carboniferous period. I've never heard of this. The insect's time at the top of the food chain was short-lived. It wasn't long before vertebrates appeared. I still remember how astounded, how overjoyed we were back then. Mouths with teeth, 4 sturdy limbs, heads that extended from the torso. Amnionites, a brand new form of life similar to what you call lizards. It was clear for us all to see they would become the Earth's dominant species. These creatures, born from amniotic eggs with a kind of membranous layer, these eggs were filled with amniotic fluid which surrounded the young as they grew and developed. This method of procreation granted the young protection from the outside world in the form of the egg itself. It's a far safer way of giving birth, one which had not yet been seen. Thanks to the amniotic eggs, these life forms no longer needed to remain in water to reproduce, and so life on land became viable. Over many long years, they divided into synapsids and sauropsids. The ones who survived extinction became the dinosaurs' ancestors. For 47 million years, this made the land into their own personal paradise. Up to this point, everything has been the same as to what transpired in your world. Oh, we're talking about this, the history of the world and where it deviated from the Lostbelt. Okay, here we go. Here, though, our worlds diverge and Mictlan begins. 66 million years ago, this planet faced its 3rd extinction-level event. 81% of all aquatic life and 70% of all land vertebrates died as a result. In your timeline, proper human history, this is where the world of the dinosaurs came to an end. But this is a Lostbelt. Thanks to a tiny deviation in its path, the meteorite that devastated the Earth arrived 250 million years sooner. Uh-oh! Instead of waiting for humans like you to appear much later, we chose the existing creatures to carry the torch of life. Sorry, who's we? Who's choosing? Who's the dominant species? Who's speaking right now? Is this you, Olga Marie? What? We chose the prehistoric children who continue to live on this planet, just like you. Whose vision are we seeing? And that's where my dream ended. Who are we linked with for this? That sounds a lot like the lucid dreams masters sometimes have as a result of synchronizing their minds with their servants. The voice in the dream said it was the Carboniferous period, right? Then you must have been seeing a Paleozoic era Earth. The Devonian period, Carboniferous period, and Permian period marked the end of the Paleozoic era. The Mesozoic eras of dinosaur began when the Paleozoic era came to an end. Do you know why the Paleozoic era creatures died out, Tanner? It was because of all those little horseshoe crabs. It was those ammonites. It's all of them. Right? Their fault. Mash told me something called the Big Five, right? Hey. Yeah, exactly. And the biggest of the Big Five is an event that took place at the end of the Permian period. In the case of other mass extinction events, we know exactly what happened. The cause of the third one, though, is still unclear. Some people believe it happened because of simultaneous volcanic eruptions, others say meteor impacts, still others blame temperature increase from the sudden release of methane from the ocean bottoms. If that mass extinction event hadn't happened, life on this planet would have evolved very differently from what it is now. After that event, the Mesozoic era, where the dinosaurs reigned supreme, lasted for 180 million years, followed by the Cenozoic era, which began 66 million years ago and is still going strong. However, no heroic spirit can possibly have memories of that time. Okay. I was gonna say... Well, I guess there might be an exception or two who happened to be around in the Precambrian era. It's a good face. It's a really good face. Has this sprite ever been used otherwise? But as a general rule, human heroic spirits by definition all lived during the Cenozoic era. So wait a sec. Albion Fate. How old is Albion in Fate? Is Albion there since the beginning of time, pretty much? Because it is the Isle of Britain. Albion is 4.6 billion years old, making it as old as the planet Earth. Well, there we go. Yep, that's the answer to that. All right. The only being who could have possibly showed you anything like that is what the Magecraft world calls an archetype. We're finally here. Listen, you need to understand. We've seen the words types and archetypes, and it has never been explained. This is the first time in my entire like it's stuff that's like in data books and stuff, right? This is the first time we are talking about types and archetypes. They're essentially like the planet's brain or memory. An archetype. Buddy, we're trying to discuss the concept of archetypes, and you walk in here and you're like, I just discovered dishes. What wonderful things. I must say, proper human history tableware is wonderful. I'm especially fond of this cup. We use tableware too, but we've never made so many varieties for different purposes. Oh, I see. So you call this a watering can. Interesting. Would you mind if I kept one as a sample? I can't wait to show this to our resident artisans. I bet they'll be so impressed they'll begin mass production in no time. I can see it now. A brand new type of cup made just for dinos. We can call it Drinky No Spilly. It's going to be a huge hit. Oh, that's the watering can Mash brought back from the border last night. That's not really how watering cans are meant to be used, but I guess it's fine. I guess even with all their advanced knowledge, Deinos don't bother with what they deem unessential. But I can see you're not like the rest of them, Tepu. You're extremely curious, aren't you? You really have the spirit of adventure. It means you've never really forgotten what it's like to be a kid. You think so, Da Vinci? Tepu seems like one of the most mature people I've met personally. If you mean that I haven't matured mentally from a certain point in my life, then you may well be right. I've never been good at simply accepting things around me as what they are without first giving that some thought. As I've told you before, Mash, I never quite fit in with Dino society, which is why I went off to live on my own. Perhaps my thoughts are closer to people from proper human history than they are to my fellow Deinos. At any rate, it's almost time for the sun to begin moving away from its altar, so we should begin repairing the border. Just to be sure, may I ask you all what your immediate schedules are like? Of course, I'm going to help Sion in the border's command room. Habitat is currently in her base form, recharging her magical energy at the border. I'm gonna go look around Chichén Itzá with you, Tepu. I heard you can get all kinds of rare ore around here. And I'm going to be Tanner's escort. Oh, jeez! Tugging my collar, you can't just say that out loud. We prefer the term professional woman, okay? Also, Nemo Baker asked me to get some ingredients for rations from the jungle. Do you need a guide? The jungle's practically my backyard, so I know it really well. Want to come along, Madam President? Hurrah! Who's this? Hey! Oh, good, I made it. Sorry about that busted wall. Guess it's a little late for that, though, now, huh? Anyway, I hope you can forgive me. After all, I came here on a mission. Come with me. There's a place I want to show you. I just know you're gonna love it. Oh, right. You mentioned that yesterday, didn't you? Something about it being the kind of place only powerful Deinos could make that weak Selamite could never make? Alright, let's see this place. Sounds much more interesting than fixing a ship. So, there you have it, Tanner. Already have plans. Too bad. Okay. Maybe this is for the best. You know, if you told me she was going to marry a dinosaur, I would not believe you. Look at these little guys. They're trying their best. You already here, huh? We only just figured out what everyone's going to work on. For some reason, the Deinos keep coming up and talking my ear off. They're all really inquisitive and friendly, so there hasn't been any trouble. I'm just not really sure how to handle them. Tepu, if they're here just to gawk at us, I'd rather you had them keep their distance. I understand this is fairly unusual for Deinos. It must be because of the King of Dinosaurs' decree. You mean the one permitting them to discuss proper human history? Yes, I believe they've come to take a look for themselves now that they have permission to do so. I have an idea. Would you be willing to talk to them once you're done with work for the day? I believe that should satisfy the Deinos' curiosity. What do you say, Mash Tanner? Are you sure you want us to be the ones to handle that? I think it'd be much more productive coming from you or Sion or Da Vinci. No, I think you two are by far the best choice. Don't you agree, Kukulkin? Yeah, I do. These Deinos want to hear about proper human history and Lostbelts from people who've actually lived in those worlds, not from academics. Honestly, I've already heard stories about them myself, but it was so much fun, I kinda want to hear them again. Huh? So, what are you gonna do this time? I don't think this is a good spot. The other staff be too scared. I mean, the Deinos make a pretty intimidating first impression, right? I think the staff's gonna need some time to get used to them. Good point. Why don't we have this get together at the shrine then? I'll make sure the king agrees to it. And thank you for choosing your words so carefully, Kadok. I really appreciate it. I was just telling the truth, that's all. Thanks for, picking a place. Alright, we're off to the jungle to hunt beasts. We should look for animals without any toxins, yes? Yeah, the border's food reserves almost ran out while everyone was barricaded inside. Seems like it was so bad, Baker apparently started stirring an empty pot just to feel like she was doing something. So yeah, we definitely need to replenish our meat supply. If we can find fruits or spices too, even better. Then we should try the area next to the Ka'an ruins. The trees there should have plenty of what you're looking for. Come on, Integris, Tanner, let's go. Oh, but watch out. Mictlan turkeys aren't to be trifled with. If you aren't careful, they might end up eating you instead. Yo, big turkey, let's go. It's gonna be the chicken model. It's gonna just be the regular chicken model. And it's gonna be labeled a turkey. Even though it's not, it's not. Anyways, support Nito is NP3 versus my Nito is NP what? Only NP1, but we do have 10, 10, 10, right? No, 10, 10, 1. 9, 8. Oh, honestly, just for the sake of it, you're cheaper. Yeah. Anything else? It was 4 servants, 5 servants, new Chris starting. Okay. Let's see. Who do we want to use? I mean, you just make life easy and you're blue to go with them. Oh, sure. Let's go with, Bond. Let's see here. Who's next? You're real close, it looks like. We'll get you in, and we'll go... Sure, we'll get you two going. We'll get some bond ups going. Where's the bond up? Okay. And... Teapot, let's go. All right. I've also been told that there is a time gate anyways, so it's not like I need to, you know, worry about it. I'll get as far as I can before I end up going to Thailand. So yeah, don't expect 2 3-hour videos. It's a very different situation right now. Anyways, let's start with you. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Clear this wave. Okay. Next one we got unintelligible small Deinos. Should we kill them? I think I will. I think I will not care regardless. Let's do attack up with everyone. Let's go. Don't expend that one. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good stuff. I like the tornado hit. Ooh, that did a lot. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good stuff. Nice. I wish she at least had like a fake noble phantasm we could use. Alas. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's a chicken. That's a chicken. Cry for the fallen kingdom. Okay, I see. Well, guess what? Let's go. Actually. Switch you. Yep. Oh no! The chicken destroyed my game. The chicken was like... They weren't joking. The chickens are real strong. Dang. Chicken got... Sorry, turkey. Turkey got hands. That's real funny. God, I love turkey. Turkey with stuffing and gravy, and you pop it on your same fork at the same time. Kind of the best. All right, let's just continue. As soon as we can. Resume. Now, will we have switched our party member? That's the question. Let's see. Reloading every action we've done so far. Okay, no, it hasn't yet. Okay, so we'll do that there. Please don't crash. Oh. You scared me for a moment there. Let's see. How much does this give? I don't want to expend that. Wow. Wow. Is that... What level is that? That's only level 8? Holy crap, actually. That's... redonkulous amounts of stuff. Okay. Her shield is cool. Okay. We can go... Because that gives NP up for the attack, so... Okay, let's see. Real good damage, yep. We have sliced through that turkey. We got the white meat. We got the dark meat. We're gonna enjoy it. You are so close. You're literally right on the precipice. And evening. I was like looking, I'm like, there's like a pattern in the sky. It's like, right, we're in a tube. That was horrific. What possible reason could there be for those creatures to sound like that? I've never heard anything so awful. Their cries were heavy with regret, remorse, lingering attachment, and unadulterated shame. It felt as though they were fervently blaspheming against every living thing in the world. Whatever happened to Mictlan being a divine world where the dead only tested where the dead were only tested to save them? You're thinking of proper human histories, Mictlan, not this one. Oh, it's a cute face! Still, that was weird. I know sound waves can mess with your inner ear, but I don't know why they seem to be even more effective on you. Oh! The joke is her big ears. That's the joke. And it kept happening to her because big ears. Even though they're not meant to be ears, they're like, no, these are the receptacles of the connectors to the god. No, those are your big-ass ears. At any rate, be extra careful how you prepare that turkey and make sure you cook it thoroughly, too. Otherwise, we might end up taking in its detestable insolence when we eat it.
Oh, we're exhausted. Running back and forth between Chichén Itzá and the fourth stratum really takes it out of you. Why are we doing this again? I know Master Tepu said it'd strengthen our lower bodies, but still. I remember he said it'd be an easy job that all we have to do is gather enough parts to repair the ship. He didn't tell us how far we'd have to run to do it, or that there'd be a settlement along the way. It's pretty rough. No, don't be like that, brothers. We're doing this to help our new siblings, remember? Plus, you said they can play shots on the ship's deck once the repairs are finished. Imagine our beautiful passes going back and forth in the open sky. Pretty sweet, right? That sounds awesome. Guess we just have to keep doing our best. But first, we gotta have to have Tanner do his part. I call dibs on this seat.
Wait, what's happening? What are you talking about?
You're gonna tell us about proper human history, right? I thought I was the only brother who's interested in that, but turns out everyone is.
Oh yes, Tepu told us all about this. All right. Since Nina Chris is here too, why don't we tell you all about ancient Egypt? Is that okay with you, Pharaoh Nina Chris? Of course. My reign didn't last very long, but that doesn't make me any less of a pharaoh. I would gladly tell you of life in our glorious kingdom, ancient Egypt's 6th dynasty. Or dynasty, if you want to pronounce it like the Discord text-to-speech does. And with that, my life as a pharaoh came to an end, and I vanished from the earth without ever visiting the Eternal Kingdom. This was all back in the 22nd century BC. Afterward, the ancient Egyptian dynasties would continue to flourish until the 1st century AD. Pharaoh Cleopatra did her best to the very end, but ultimately, the Roman Empire changed the course of Egypt's history forever.
Damn, Queenie. Talk about living the hard life. Those evil priest and advisor guys were like Vakub, right? And you'd been surrounded by tons of them since you were born, and they manipulated your brother, the king, right until the moment they had him assassinated? So you had to act like you were manipulating you too, while you're secretly looking for an opportunity to strike back at them? And then, after years of gritting your teeth and biding your time, you finally managed to gather all the evil conspirators in one place and wipe them out? Damn. Could you do that, brother? It looks like you live your life with your entire Shakta team as your enemies. Oh man, no way. It wouldn't even last a day. And you didn't just survive, you actually won, Lady Nito? You're even more badass than Lady Kukulkan. So this is what gods are capable of. That's way better than our god. All she does is go around taking walks.
Is that your way of telling me the Deinonychus species had outlived its usefulness? Because I could wipe you all out, just like that. Thank you, but I'm really nothing special. Any pharaoh would have done the same. Besides, if I was truly as good as you say, then instead of executing those conspirators, I would have managed to save my brothers from assassins sent after them. You know, Chris. That said, there's no denying that my victory was truly spectacular. I like to think my brothers were watching from the Eternal Kingdom with pride. Anyway, thank you all for listening so attentively. You were a wonderfully well-behaved audience.
That's because you're such a good talker. I felt like I was there watching it all happen. So stories of your history are all like this? Man, it was so sharp, felt like it was going to cut my brain. I don't think any of us would last a day in your world. Losing your whole family because bad guys evil plotting, deceiving, hating, and killing members of your own species? We couldn't possibly deal with anything so cruel.
but hearing it as a story we can totally manage. Guess that's the good thing about stories. You may be right, but does this mean you've never had any kind of war in your own history? Okay, but after all that, there's still one thing I don't get. What was all that stuff about years and eras? Do you guys just always keep track of time in proper human history? You mean the Deinos don't? Wait, hold on. Are you saying Mictlan doesn't have historical eras? You don't keep track of the passage of time in your culture? That's right. To be honest, I found it strange ever since I started traveling with you. It seems like humans and Deinos perceive time very differently. We don't have any concept of what you've been calling years. What you call the past, we simply refer broadly to as before. For us, 100 years ago was a little before, 1,000 years is long before. Our society never gets more complex like it did in the dynasty Chris so kindly told us about. Counting the years, really recording our history at all, is not something the Deinos have ever done. It's never been in need. Our way of life has been the same ever since it began long, long ago. To convert it to your measurements, nothing about us has changed for the last 66 million years.
That's a long period of time. And also, a number that we've heard before. Very interesting. All right, like I said, I'm going to call it here. And next time, we'll be continuing with the second half of life in Mictlan. We will see you then for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order as we do the second half of the, oh, all right, because it crashed. Of Nahui Mictlan here. So, we'll be continuing with that, guys. Ciao.
Yo.